அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். I would like to share a few things, or rather two things, as one, a practicing advocate, and two, as a member of the humanist movement, a human being, or what we would colloquially call as a common man. Firstly, I'm a practicing advocate in the High Courts at Madras, at Madurai, and I had this opportunity to hold in this particular writ petition, which was filed against the new national education policy, the draft national education policy, as a matter of fact, wherein we moved this honorable court to have the draft policy translated to all the 22 languages given under Schedule 8 of the Constitution of India. It was filed under the name of our learned senior advocate friend G. Bhagavat Singh, V. Rajiv Rufus, and it was a public interest litigation, and many learned senior friends were involved, including learned senior advocate who is practicing in the Supreme Court, Parivendan, and many others. And I had this opportunity to hold in this particular writ petition, which was asking for the translation of the draft policy to all the languages given under the Schedule 8, so that there would be a meaningful consultation, the very objective that this new national education policy set out to achieve. And in the interim order, I would like to point out that the council who had represented the central government, who had represented the intentions of the central government, so as to say, very categorically said that they do not have any legal obligation whatsoever to have these documents translated to all the languages given under the Schedule 8. And they had done it out of, charity, as if they had done it out of charity. And that itself, is a deep concern. And the question continues, when the intention of the central government, where they were not ready to translate 500 odd pages, 484 pages, 500 odd pages to the 22 languages under Schedule 8 of the Constitution, whether the same central government would provide the teachers and the infrastructure to have the optional third language, the optional, if we would believe that it would be optional, so that a person who wishes to choose one of these 22 languages under Schedule 8 of the Constitution has a teacher. And therefore, this is a very questionable promise that the central government is making. Secondly, as a member of this humanist movement, we had an international meeting where 1,000 odd participants took part, and it was a Zoom meeting, and they had this break-off groups where at the very outset they asked us what language we were comfortable, and I had given English, and there were Spanish speaking people, there were French speaking people, and there were different language speaking people in the meeting. And there was this break-off group in which I would go into a group where the moderator knew Spanish and English, and then there would be another break-off group where the moderator knew Spanish and French. And therefore, after the meeting, we all put our thoughts together in a common language, Spanish. Now, the point I would like to make is, with this technology available, and simultaneously we used the Google Translator to give our communication in the various languages that was necessary. So with technology at our disposal, it is I don't know what stops the people in power from making all the languages under Schedule 8 of the Constitution readily available in the government institutions, including the parliament, the honorable courts. Because even right now in the parliament we can speak, but then we have to give them a prior intimation. Now, with this technology in place, why can't we have it readily available? Why can't the government translate 454 pages to all the 22 languages? And if the government cannot translate a document into the 22 languages, how is this same government expected to have teachers in all these 22 languages available? And therefore, their promise is shallow and it is a misleading one. Having said that, हिंदी हमारा राष्ट्र भाषा नहीं है, ये सिर्फ ऑफिशियल लैंग्वेज है. सारा 22 लैंग्वेजेस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन शेड्यूल 8 में ऑफिशियल लैंग्वेजेस है. थैंक यू.